Hello, kindergarten. It is time for our bedtime story. So please grab a comfy spot and get yourself all cozied in because it is time for Chapter 5 of Junie B. Jones' Dumb Bunny. Chapter 5, The Jelly Bean Game. Lucille's daddy clapped his hands real loud together. Boys and girls, please find a seat at one of the picnic tables. Lunch will be served shortly. I waited to see where Sheldon was going to sit. May waited too, 'cause both of us had to keep track of that guy, of course. Only too bad for me, because as soon as Sheldon picked a table, Lucille sat down right next to him, and vroom! May slid on the other side, and I got shut out. Wait! Hold it! Not fair, I said. Then I quickly tried to squeeze myself between May and Sheldon, but May would not budge herself. I did a grr face at her, and May hissed like a snake. I stood there very puzzled. I do not actually have a comeback for a hiss. Finally, I went to the other side of the table and I sat down across from them. That dumb May, I grumped. To just myself, she keeps getting one step ahead of me today. Plus, Sheldon is one step ahead of me, too. I looked across the table. Lucille was whispering to Sheldon very secret-like. May leaned her head over, and she listened through Sheldon's other ear. Whispers can come right through Sheldon's head, apparently. I put my chin on my hands. I don't stand a chance in this stupid egg hunt. I said that to her, and then he gave me a little pat. Sometimes a little pat is all a friend can do. Only guess what? Just then, something very nice happened, and it's called Lucille's Nana walked over to where I was sitting, and she sat in the chair at the end of my table. I jumped up real thrilled. Nana, look! It's me, it's Junie B. Jones, and you're sitting right exactly next to me. The Nana glanced her eyes at Lucille's mommy and daddy. Yes, I know, dear. I lost the coin toss, she said, kind of annoyed. I sat back down and tickled her arm. This reminds me of when we ate dinner together last year. That was very fun, except I accidentally broke your crystal glass. Remember that, Nana? Huh? Do ya? The Nana nodded. Oh, yes, dear. I remember. I thought back. Plus, I accidentally busted your feather pillow, and now I'm not mistaken. I spilled beanie weenies on your expensive linen tablecloth, too. The Nana looked at me. No, ma'am, you are not mistaken. I smiled and patted her hand. Good times, Nana. May heard me talking. Well, Lucille and I are going to have good times too, right, Lucille? When I come and swim in your pool, that will really be good times, May said. Sheldon looked at her and grinned. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched, May. Nana did a little chuckle. I think you mean hatched, dear, not hashed. Your chickens will hatch, not hash. Sheldon raised his eyebrows. Really? Are you sure? 'Cause at our house, my Aunt Bunny brings chicken hash for her dinner every Sunday. Chicken hash is her specialty. He smiled real proud. Aunt Bunny was a chef in prison, he said. The Nana's face went funny. She lowered her head to the table and rested her cheek on her napkin. I leaned my face down next to her. Speaking of bunnies, Lucille said the Easter Bunny would be here today, only I haven't actually even seen him yet. And where is he anyway, Nana? Nosy Junie B. Jones, why did you have to ask that question? My Nana does not want to talk to you about that. Do you, Nana? You made a teensy little mistake about the bunny, and you don't want anyone to know about how you almost ruined this party, right, Junie B? The Nana did a groan. Ugh. Lucille kept talking. My Nana was in charge of hiring the Easter Bunny, only instead of hiring the real Easter Bunny, she hired a cheap, fake Easter Bunny. Right, Nana? Nana did not reply. Lucille went on. The fake bunny came to our house to get his pay yesterday, only his fur was real matty, and on top of that, his ear was chewed off. But he told my Nana that he would freshen up nicely, and so Nana still gave him the cash money in advance, and then he hopped out the front door and he never came back. The Nana raised her head. Thank you, Lucille. Thank you for sharing that with everyone. You're welcome, Nana, said Lucille. The Nana rolled her eyes. Lucille does not understand sarcastic, I believe. Just then, Lucille's daddy stood up to get the picnic table, and he said, "It was time to get the show on the road." He held up a silver bell and he rang it. Ting-a-ling-ling, ting-a-ling-ling. Then, boom! Waiters started bringing food out from all over the place. It was the most deliciousest food I've ever seen. There was barbecued hamburgers and tasty hot dogs and crispy chicken fingers and crunchy salad and yummy potato chips and Swedish pickles. Plus, there were even delicious deviled eggs. "Whoa, what a spread," I said. I stuffed a deviled egg in my mouth. I also stuffed in a pickle and some chips and a giant chicken finger. I did not stop stuffing for a real long time. Then finally, I leaned back and I rubbed my big fat tummy. "Whew, I am about to gusset," I said. "Are you, Nana? Huh? Are you about to gusset too?" The Nana frowned her eyebrows. "Ladies do not bust gussets, Junie B. Jones," she said. I was surprised to hear that information. "Really? Then what do ladies do, Nana?" Roger raised his hand. "At our house, we bust our guts," he said. Herb smiled. "At our house, we bust our buttons." Sheldon stood up. "At our house, we just unzip our pants." After that, everyone at our table had a big laugh, except for the Nana. Finally, all of us got finished up eating, and the waiters took our plates away. Then, wowie, wow, Lucille's daddy brought out the most beautiful box I'd ever seen. It was wrapped in shiny yellow paper with twirly, curly ribbons. He held it high in the air so all of us could see. "Whoa, whose birthday is it?" I shouted, real excited. Lucille jumped up and giggled. "That's not a birthday present, Junie B. That's the game prize." Before we hunt for eggs, we are going to play a very fun game, and whoever wins the prize will get a thrill of a lifetime. Right, Daddy? The daddy smiled. "Well, we certainly hope the winner will be thrilled," he said. "It's a pretty good prize, we think." Just then he put the box down, and he pulled out a big jar of jelly beans out of a paper bag. "This is a game called the jelly bean game. Can everyone see all of the jelly beans in the jar? We've got lots of colors, don't we? We've got reds and yellows and blues and blacks and greens and oranges and whites." He stopped and he held up his finger. "But in the whole big jar of jelly beans, there is just one purple jelly bean." All of us made a hushy sound. "Ooh," we all said together. "Just one purple one?" The daddy smiled. Then he put the jar back into the bag so that we couldn't see it anymore. "Okay, now I am going to walk around to each picnic table, and each of you will have a chance to reach in the jar and pull out one jelly bean. But remember, you may only pull out one, okay?" "Okay," we hollered. Okay. Lucille hurried over and held up the beautiful box. "And remember this too. The first person to pull out the purple jelly bean will get this prize, the thrill of a lifetime." All of us clapped, and then we bounced and giggled and wiggled and clapped, and we waited for the jelly bean jar to come to us. It was the nervousest wait of my life, I think, because what if someone got the purple jelly bean before I even got my turn? Ugh. That would ruin my whole entire chance. I put my hands in front of my eyes, and then I peeked through my fingers, and I watched the children pick. Roger's table went first. He picked a red bean. Then Camille picked an orange bean. Then Chanel picked a green bean. And then Shirley picked a blue bean. And then my table was next. My heart beated faster. Jose picked a yellow bean, then Lenny picked a white bean, and May picked another white bean, and then Sheldon picked a black bean. And at last, it was time for me. My heart was pounding like crazy. I bent over and I did some deep breathing, and the daddy held out the bag to me. I breathed some more. "Okay, Junie B," he said. "Anytime now." I stood up and did a gulp. Then I slowly reached my hand inside. Inside of the bag, and I felt around for the purple bean. I wrinkled my eyebrow real curious. What does a purple feel like, I wonder? I just said that to myself. The daddy said, "Please hurry up, Junie B." I swished my fingers through the jar some more. Then all of a sudden, I felt it. I tell you, I felt purple. I felt roundish and beanish and purplish. I grabbed it real quick and real tight. I quickly pulled my hand out of the jar and I opened my fingers. And guess what? that is the end of our chapter, kiddos. Please tune in tomorrow for chapter 6 to find out if Junie B gets the purple jelly bean or not. Alright, kiddos, I hope you have sweet dreams and sleep tight. Please know Miss Leachman loves you and cares about you a whole bunch, and I can't wait to see you here soon. Good night.